Okay. Anyway, so
Perfect.
we work at, let me just to repeat, we take the one-to-many marketing campaigns and we create a one-to-one outreach with them as well. So we enable the marketing, your partners who are marketing, to hand these campaigns over to sales as well so that they can also continue to gain traction with the assets we create, as well as a real engagement, because the real engagement really, we find, takes place between the, the one-to-one, um, relationships, right? This
Okay.
is a piece that I did. Can you all see this where it says 29
Mhm.
minutes?
Yeah.
This was a piece that I did. Oh my God, look at that. There's a typo in it.
I hate when that happens.
I'm like a nut with I don't do typos, but okay. So apologies. I have to fix this. But so all this is it's the way we were approaching with Fran, right? Fran, we had talked about this a while back, was that if you have a partner that you're talking to, and maybe you have a bucket for them and they don't know what to do with it, because some of the partners that you're working with are not going to have big marketing teams, they're not going to have the bandwidth, they're not going to have the people, they're not going to have the expertise to know what is actually right for them at this time, right? So we'll get on, we do 29 minutes, right? And we'll sit with the partner and I will help them decide um, what is the best campaign they can do with the Cisco funding for them, based on a bunch of items, based on where they're at in their sales lead generation, what their process is internally in terms of handling leads from start to finish, right? If they don't have BDRs, we're going to change this up a little bit. Okay. We're not just going to land leads into a sales rep who's been working for 20 years. They're not going to do anything with it. So we kind of tailor the campaigns based on their layout at their organization. And then kind of track what they're looking for. Sometimes they have new reps or newer reps who need real, strong engagement and are getting discouraged. We have programs that are called video to sale, that we train the reps on how to use them, and they go out and they create a prospect list. So types of things like that. I can get on and do a consultative for your partners. Any questions on that?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, and we did it as a $20 gift card, lunch thing. Okay. So that's my little gimmick there. Okay. For the partners, but more so, we want to spend the money appropriately, right? We want to make sure that what they're going to do is really going to yield for their setup. Okay. So this is, we're full service. So we're really sales focused. One of the people on my staff actually does IT sales. She's been in the telesales field for 25 years. So when we do the campaigns and we need to get a tele opponent, it stays in house. And I have someone senior with a lot of business acumen calling. It's not like, dial for dollars college kids, right? So we do all this stuff: marketing, demand gen, social media, expert sales content. Really, it's full service because we're kind of boutique structured, because we can do everything from the writing on. This is just how we engage. And for you, obviously, it'd be quarterly, right? This was a partner. I just love this because they were a Dell partner, but this is kind of what we did with them, right? We went in and we went with Connie. Connie was a one-person marketing team, and she was getting tons of funding and didn't know what to do. And we just went in there and we held her hand and we did all these campaigns together, built leads, and we did it for years. They've actually been bought out, but so that's kind of how that worked.
And so just for Mary, just
Yeah.
to interject, so just to get you thinking, so partners that leverage our managed marketing fund process have the ability to choose whichever agency they want to partner with. So you don't have to be approved through TD SYNNEX. So we have the ability to recommend Leadarati to some of the partners that might need help. Or if you also have partners that are getting money through the Cisco provider program, they're earning MDF directly from Cisco for being an MDF provider, and they also tend to not know what resources to leverage. So they could also leverage Leadarati for, their marketing campaign. So just to kind of get you understanding, like kind of like the workflow and how it all comes together.
Thank you for that, Fran, because I don't think I mentioned that, like they can use their own. So thank you for that.
Yeah. And what I tend to find out too, even as having been a Cisco partner, they don't tend to pull, the ideal situation is to go in there and pull out a part, an agency from the menu, but no one does it. I think I've gotten one in the entire time that I've ever been certified, which is like 6 years with Cisco. They all come in from the Cisco sales people, the Cisco partner marketers. They come in from TD Synex, you guys. They are always looking for more help, and they need a little prodding, right? Because they're going to default to is events, and events don't do everything, as you probably all well know. But we can do events, but they're not everything. Okay. So are you interested in seeing the types of programs that we have, or what else would you like me to talk about?
I think the types
Yeah,
of programs.
Go ahead. What were we saying, Carly?
I was gonna say I think the types of programs would be great.
All right, perfect. So let me go into I have these sort of sorted out. We've got content-driven demand. I'm going to stay in the demand world for you, I think, because you're not really doing the branding funding. Am I correct?
Well, I mean, yeah, I would say for Cisco Radius typically wants to see demand gen, or a mix of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So these programs are definitely very unique. This is one I've had for 10 years on my portfolio. Let me just try to make this a little bigger for you. This is called Social Lead Builder. We actually started out as a social media agency. When I first left the partner, I started doing that because we were with Cisco, and Cisco is very heavy social media. So we were doing social leads, and this came out of that. And what it is it takes a raw target prospect list and it makes it into an account specific database for a rep, right? And what it does is, if you can see here, kind of the magic sauce for it is, we'll find their digital footprint online, because today's IT decision makers do not respond to generic messages. No one ever gets a sale by saying, hey, I'm an IT company. Do you need our services? Or, hey, I saw your profile on LinkedIn. I'm interested. Would you like to connect? Right? They've got to really look like they did their homework. So this does that for them. And what it does is, I'll try to make it even bigger. We put in a bunch of stuff, online presence, key info, but next actionable steps. So because, again, my partner's been in IT sales for 25 years, she'll give it the sales angle. Here's what you need to do. This guy, Keaton, works and he writes on Spiceworks. Do this, do this, do this. Then what we do is we get on, we have a strategic phone call with the rep, okay? And then we ask them to pick, based on the budget, pick 20 of these names that you like. Typically we'll go with like, so you do 400 contacts is 10K. We could do less based on your, your budget. We could do 200, right? And they can say, okay, I like this one, this one, this one, and I want you to do the P2Ps. What's a P2P? Well, a P2P is a message that we create based on this footprint we found out about these folks, this IT decision maker, that looks like the rep did about 5 hours of homework. And we write this outbound, that they can use. It's account targeted and buyer focused. They can use it in a call script, an email, a LinkedIn email, and it gives them a lot of traction because it looks like, you can see here, if you can see this one, this actually was one we did, and you can see that Ashley at Margate Technology wrote to Mike at Brock Farms, and you can see the very, very specific language here that we use. Okay, so that gives these reps a leg up. The partners love this, especially when they have reps that are stuck on lead lists. They just don't know what to do with them. This makes it actionable. Okay. Questions on that? Okay, this is Sales Pipeline Accelerator. This is the same thing. We're going to take the raw target prospect list and convert it to an actionable database. We're going to do P2P. But if the partner has, and they all have this, they end up with junior reps that they never mentor or coach, and the reps don't get a lot to be successful. I actually have a senior sales exec who is a president and a partner who does consulting for me, and he will get on and do a series of coaching sessions that will also take them through that database Excel sheet and make them be accountable for it. So yeah, we just spent all this money, we did all this, we did your messages, now you have to account to somebody. And the reps, the partners that love this are the ones where you have the VPs and stuff and the managers who don't really have the time to pay attention to everybody. So
let me
they
ask you a
love
question.
this.
Do you help
Yeah.
also, like, one of the big complaints, right, from sales stakeholders is like metrics and goaling. So do you also help them with like setting up KPI or targets, like,
Oh yeah.
hey, what are our goals?
Yeah. Yes, they can. This is again, the gentleman that consults with us, that I bolt him onto this program, the pipelines facilitator, again, was a president, and he was also the head sales for a pretty large partner in the Northeast. And he's semi-retired, but I get him on. We've done this a few times with some younger reps, and he'll get them through, they get on the calls and they go through it and he gives them KPIs, everything. So it makes them accountable. Like I said before, accountability.
Sure.
Okay. I sound like a school teacher, I feel like I went to Catholic school way too many years. Yeah, it's okay. This is video to sales. This is basically, it's a first mover advantage for a rep. We work with a rep. This is actually Kathy. This is the person I was telling you about who does the IT selling for me and does the telemarketing. She gets with 1 rep, 2 reps based on the budget, and she works with them. They do 3 virtual recording sessions, and she writes their messaging, and they get 3 usable videos that they can do that they can reach out to prospects with. The campaign also includes the app for them to do the videos for a year. Okay. And what happens with these videos is, and here's just an example of what it's going to look like when a prospect gets the video. It gets they can see who viewed it, what percentage of the video they viewed, and what they react to, and they can also make an appointment. So that's like the new thing that everybody's doing, is this video. This has been a pretty popular program, and as you can see here, the email increases open rates, like from the ones we've seen that we've done, 200 to 300%. Questions?
No.
Okay. This is a co-branded market brief. I am a huge fan of content as well. And so what we do is we will create an expert white paper style brief, not salesy language, but it would have a Cisco focus, obviously. But it would talk about something in that realm. Maybe it's cybersecurity and networking, whatever. And then it would come with a landing page that has a collection form. It also comes with advertising. Might be LinkedIn advertising, because I'm getting a lot of hits from those lately. And the sales kit. So everybody in the entire sales team will get the way to use this. The sales kit on this would consist of, here's the links for this thing, here's what it is, here's how to use it, here's an email that you can send it out with, and here's a social post for you to do. Okay.
I like that. Yeah. I
There's
like
also a
that part.
telemarketing option. So again, this is where it comes in. I talk to your partner, or you talk to your partner, and you see, or your partner's setup. If they don't have BDRs and they want this to go further down the pipe, we can pull the people that hit the ads or hit the landing page, or or their choice of a list, right? Because you can't always see who's hitting the ads, obviously, but their choice of a list, and we can call down. Okay. Any questions on that? All right. This is another piece of content. I call it the star. These are star content, right? It's a co-branded content piece that would be with Cisco and partner, right? And what they do is This is an e-newsletter, and it creates the ability to upsell and cross-sell, right? So it goes out as an email blast, right? But it incorporates calls to action in the content. And also what it does is it's educational. It is not salesy. So we're going to send the latest Cisco this, Cisco that, and then we're going to create, or depending on the budget too, we can create a piece of content that's very customized to the partner supplier, including video. So these are videos that, you know, we've created as well. We have a remote video filming program, so we can do little expert clips and things that show up on the e-newsletter. And when that goes out, it goes to the list, and then MQL prospects get identified based on the click-throughs, and then we can telemarket and custom email follow to up to however many prospects. Again, a sales kit goes out for this as well. Here, you know, here sales, Kathy in sales, we just did this. Here's how you're going to use it for your customers. Okay. Questions on that one?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
If you have any partners that you are trying to get sort of a leg up with Cisco and kind of want to start, you know, just showing off their Cisco expertise, or they're really excited about, you know, one of the new Cisco solutions, and or, you know, maybe Cisco has given you the goal of getting, you know, more partners to, you know, sell their stuff, right? So we call this an always on media microsite. It's great for the partners who want to expand and showcase offerings of a supplier. So it would be like Cisco, right? This one's for Dell, but it's an SEO optimized co-branded page that tells the unique story. We create 2 pieces of content that's original, right? Then we curate the relevant Cisco assets, and it stays up, and it's really cool looking. It's interactive, so you can click all over it, and then we give the partner email copy for them to send it to the database. We also can do ad campaigns to it, whatever they want, but it's always there and it's always on. And Cisco, I know like Dell loves this stuff because now they're on the map on the partner's website. So that's always a fun one. If you want to see any of these live, let me know because I can pull them up.
Yeah, if you wanna, when you know, after we're done, if you wanna send these over and then maybe some links.
Yeah, I'll send you some links. This is a lookbook.
like
This is, again, another star piece of content. It's got interactive design, layout, copy. It's got custom co-branded content. We can do a portrait video in here. And if they do a podcast, we can do, we also do an email copy for them to customize that, reach their database. It also comes with social media posts, and it comes with contact forms for lead. So let me see if I can actually show you this one. It's kind of, you have to kind of see it to. Okay, so you see here, we can get it, we just have that, we can animate the video, and you see how it's like really interactive. I'm going to share the audio.
Oh,
You can see you can hear the pages turning, right? Yeah, I love that. It's so satisfying to hear the pages. I don't know why, but
It kind of makes
yeah.
it like real because I hate reading on a computer screen. I like reading in print things.
I know, right? But like in here, you know, we could do a little part because it comes with a couple pieces of content, and I can film the partner expert, maybe a 2-minute expert tip on your networking or whatever, right? We throw that in here. So these are all interactive. You hit them, they download. You hit them, they watch video. Here's one that we did for this partner. This was actually all done remotely. So it's not big money for video creation and things. It shows up crappy here because my bandwidth is a little weird, but it is clear. Okay, so that ended up in the lookbook here. Then we did data sheet for them. This is actually just a straight HPE data sheet, and this is an e-brief we actually did for them. This was the e-brief that was part of that program I showed you before. Book your demo here. a little bit of, Cisco, could be Cisco content, and then you're ending,
Think you have to choose between the public cloud and traditional IT? What if there's a third choice,
Okay, stop
giving you
now.
all the convenience and pay-as-you-go flexibility?
Okay. So we do also do advertising, all kinds of ad campaigns. Social driven sales. We work with sales teams all the time. We actually did a social selling seminar for Cisco corporate. How to use social media on LinkedIn to get sales and to be relevant. This is it right here, mastering LinkedIn for IT selling, right? It's not hard, it's not software based, it's soft skill based. So
Mhm.
what you're going to get from a LinkedIn, if you go and hire LinkedIn to train you, it's not the same thing, because we're doing how to locate, gather, soft skills for messaging, soft best practices for messaging, etc. And that's kind of like, you can see that these programs are a little bit, they're unique. You're not going to see them with other agencies because they're not the typical, they're a little bit deeper dive, a little bit more, I guess, maybe intellectual. So are you all ready for happy hour or what?
Yeah, I mean,
Not
it's
yet.
about to be noon, but yeah, I am.
Oh, it's only noon. Oh Lord.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
that's
San
right, Carly. You're in
Francisco.
California, right? Yeah.
Yeah, still waking up, honestly. I wish I had
Oh
that
Lord.
lookbook when I was creating Mary's training guide. I was like, how? Because I used the OneNote and I wanted everything like linked in a book for her. Wish I had that for her training.
Oh, it's a
I,
shame.
well, they wouldn't have funded
Our
that for me
lookbook.
to do that. They would have been like, Carly, you need to do it. But I
Yeah,
like the
really.
lookbook.
I
Fun.
apologize,
Okay.
Anita. I have to jump because I have
Oh,
a
shoot.
3 o'clock call.
Shoot.
All right,
But
Fran.
If
But
you
you,
could
like-
just send me this and then all the links, I'll follow up with you, but I have a call at 12. But yeah, this is something that we can recommend our partners who use MGF. We can't necessarily make a program out of it through Tech Data or TD Synnex. Wow, I just said Tech Data because you guys, I looked up, we're in the approved vendor system. They've made that very, very complicated. So I will get some more insight into how that process is because I tried to onboard a vendor last year and it was a shit show. So I will look into
Oh,
that process
God.
because we do want more vendors. I've just had a lot of issues trying, like when we did the merger, they came up with this rule and it's been a nightmare because I don't want to use the vendors that we have. So I will get more insight into that process. However, if partners want to use you through MDF, they could absolutely do that. So, Mary, myself, and Daniel could definitely recommend you to partners. And then I will try to, well, I won't try to, I will get information of how you become a approved vendor through
That would
TD
be
Synnex.
lovely, Carly. That would
Yeah,
be
of
really
course.
lovely. And that'd be good. Nothing's harder than a WBENC certification. I'm not afraid of it. Trust me.
I love it.
It's
I love it.
okay. So how can
All
I
right.
stay in front of you all so you kind of remember us?
If
Besides
you want to
sending you
just send me
alcohol or spa gift certificates.
anything you want. If you want to just send this over to me, I can share this with my boss and my team. I can get that process for you of how to get an approved vendor. And then again,
Awesome.
it's something we can recommend to partners because if they submit through MDF, they can use whoever they want. It's just like the ongoing programs we have has to be a TD Synnex approved vendor. They make it very freaking complicated because that's that's tech, that's distribution. Like if something's easy, let's make it hard. But yeah, if you could just send me this information, I gotta jump for another call, but I really
Okay.
appreciate it. And I can follow up with you later today or by Monday on how you need to go about getting approved.
You're the best. Thank you so
Of course.
much.
Yeah, have
All
a good
right.
one.
Have a good one, Mary.
Bye.
Nice to meet you. Bye-bye.
You too.
Mary, nice to meet you. Take care. Good luck.
Thank you.
And let me know how I can help you at all. Happy to, help out in any way you need, even if you have partners that, what do I do with them? I always have ideas.
Perfect. Thank you. I hope you have
Okay.
a great weekend.
Thank you for your time.
Bye.
You too. Bye-bye.